What is up, guys? This is my Sonic game, and this is the progress of my Sonic game. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of concerns with dreams, as well as just me showing off my game. I only have one act. I've been doing a whole lot of other stuff instead of working on this game, such as artwork and YouTube videos to teach you guys what I know. So here we are. This is my title screen that I created in Dreams. This is my cutscene that I created in Dreams, or loading screen. Well, somebody else actually created this, so I can't really say I created that. So here we are. You guys were saying it was looking pretty good. It was looking pretty fresh. What about now? So what I did to make this was actually I used my own logic, and then I remixed some, like, with really just one other logic, and that was the coin logic, which I could have did myself, but I just didn't feel like it. But I had to like kind of make it my own. So then again, I did do it myself. So I'd say about 90% of this, it's whenever it comes to the coding, well, it's not really coding, it's programming. I did myself. Now I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about me. As a kid, me and a few other people, we did Game Maker together as well as other things. And Game Maker is pretty much this. It's pretty much drag and drop and pretty much how a lot of games get developed. So that's pretty much what Dreams is. It's like Game Maker on steroids. Except Game Maker had this thing called script to where you could code. So coding is pretty much command prompt. It's pretty much command prompt. That's the best way to look at it. Or C++, I've actually messed around with that too. Didn't mess around and dabble with it too much, but that's pretty much that. So can you actually become a programmer in Dreams? Well, you are programming. I wouldn't say you're a professional. I would think there'd be two ways someone could maybe think of you as a professional, and that's if you were making money off of it, which I don't recommend doing, and I don't know if you can do, and if you're actually making good content. So those would be the two ways I think people would see you as a professional within Dreams, as a professional dreamer. So that right there's my Sonic game so far. Tell me how lit you guys think that is. Let me go ahead and show you guys kind of how I've been creating things. So it's a lot more complex than you may think, though it's easy. It's complex, but it's easy. Where's the best way to start? Because I don't want to like overwhelm you guys, but I do want to show you guys some of the complex things that I've done in Dreams myself. Let's just go ahead and open up the Sonic game so you guys can kind of like see how I made that. So if you were to like look up Game Maker tutorials, you would literally see stuff like in Dreams. You would literally see stuff like this. This is the coding, the programming. This is pretty much the programming. And if you actually think about it, that's not that much stuff. That's not that much stuff. It took me about a day to actually do this, and using other people's like stuff, it gets the job done. And as the Dreamverse gets more stuff in it, it'll be way easier to create games. And that's a complaint that I heard somebody say. As the Dreamverse gets more stuff in it, which you can search up to create your game, it'll become a whole lot more easy to create games. You'll still need to know some fundamentals just to understand, but for the most part, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Now, as for complex logic, like, there's no way I can make a classic RPG tutorial, in my opinion. Like, I've done it, but there's just some things that I know are gonna like, it's just too much. It's just too much. Like, most of the stuff's really easy, and even the classic RPG thing was easy. It's just, if I was to show you this for my game, Linger, so this right here is the easy stuff right here down here, but the hard stuff was pretty much all of this. So there's like no way. The best way I could do is maybe post a tutorial within the Dreamverse, but there's just like no way. There's no possible. Now maybe if I like took the time and wrote down the tutorial, and like, you know, but for the most part, you would kind of have to do these Because even if I took the time to explain all this, there's still people like confused about the calculator gadget, which is understandable because it has all this stuff right here. But really, all you're doing is, with the calculator gadget, is if this is higher than this down here, then it makes this happen. That's pretty much all you're doing. That's literally all you're doing with the calculator gadget. You don't even have to use the other symbols to pretty much use the calculator gadget. So it's really not even math at that point. And then you have my animations. I had to animate all this stuff. So it's a whole lot of freaking stuff. But once you have the layout done, then you don't have to do this anymore. If that makes sense. Then you can quickly do it over. You can spit it out over and over again. You spit the stuff out over and over again. Make content over and over again if that's what you want to do. Maybe some minor tweaks, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even say this is hard. It's just Dreams is a game where you have to have a team. Like a lot of people are like, like I saw somebody say, who would want to do this? Well, Dreams, it's a game where you have to have a team, unless you like are hardcore. So I would suggest people like start like making some friends, so that way everybody can get some content done. Because there's no way there's no way you could like legitimately, unless you have the motivation and drive. Now, it's not impossible, but like, it's a game that's built around collaborations. Like, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I could send this to somebody and collaborate with them. Like, I could send, this isn't how you do that, but I could send this and you can collaborate with people in Dreams, and they can finish up the animations, you finish up the logic, the other person finishes up some of the other stuff, and that's pretty much you can form teams in Dreams. Like, I recommend you like only do that with people that don't annoy you. That's the best. That's the best, because like otherwise, like you'll be going to something and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, the names of these things, these variables have been changed." And guys, I could see how that could probably get annoying. But that's like the downfall of the whole game. Then the game doesn't come out. So it's like risky. Like, you really gotta know leadership skills. You gotta know a whole lot, like outside of game making. You gotta know some other stuff too. So I would say, as the Dreamverse develops, we're gonna get better content. Media Molecule is actually searching for people to help them do that. I don't know what kind of people, but it's pretty much anybody could sign up for it. But they said specifically that they want teams, so there's that too. A lot of people are making, including me, are making fan games, which comes from Game Maker and the EXE. If you like look up .exe, Sonic.exe, if it's a .exe game, then that was most likely made in Game Maker. That's where that comes from. In Game Maker, you can use this thing called script. I probably already said this, but that's pretty much typing out lines of code. You can't do that. You can't type out lines of code, at least right now in Dream. So you're not scripting. Don't mess with command prompt. That's pretty much what it is, though, in a nutshell. C++. But you are definitely programming something, in my opinion. I wouldn't call anybody a professional, because as the game evolves, the game will get easier, if that makes sense. It's kind of like how computers are like taking people's jobs, you know what I'm saying? Just because like it's easier doesn't mean you're not it. You're not a programmer. It's just that you're just starting, and Dreams is just starting, and as it evolves, everyone will get better as long as they keep going hard with it. They keep going hard with it. So I would say give it some time. I would say no one should even put an opinion out on this game. At least it might take a year before a solid opinion should even be made for this game, in all honesty. Because this is a game that's based around communities. And not only that, it's based around trusting, and that's a lot of trust. Trusting that the player will get good. So here we are. I got good. Honestly, like, if you looked at my tutorials, you probably learn pretty much how to do it rather quickly. It's just then you gotta learn how to not burn out. And the best way that I keep myself from burning out, in all honesty, so here we are. If I'm doing too much of something, then I just switch to something else, like especially play. Like, design's my favorite thing to do, because I like puzzle games, and I just look at that as a giant puzzle. And then if, whenever I'm tired of that, I'll switch to player art, and then animation and audio and curation come after all that. So that's pretty much me, and that's how I keep myself from burnout. Then I actually make sure that I take breaks, because if I don't take a break from this, then it's going to affect my progress throughout, and it's going to slow the whole thing down. You have to take breaks. Otherwise, you're going to end up getting depressed and crap. I noticed that myself, so you got to take breaks. I don't know how long that break is, but you definitely shouldn't be playing a game forever. Be healthy as heck, dude. Other than that, playing, searching for games and playing is fun. It's going to have a story mode soon that'll encapsulate the whole Dreamverse, because me and Michael, they don't want the game to actually be based around... It's actually really funny. They don't want the game to be based around sharing and stuff. They will have a story mode. Hopefully that story mode is lit, because it's got to be. It's literally got to be. Unless we get a whole bunch of dreams in here that are freaking quality, that story mode's got to be. That story mode's gotta be. Take as much time as you need on that story mode. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was entertaining. Hope you guys have a nice Saturday. Hope you guys enjoyed the Sonic. If you guys are looking for a cool game, search for my game Linger. It's out right now in the Dreamverse. Sonic isn't out, but it will be as soon as I, get a couple more worlds in there. And here we are. Search up my tutorials. Go to my channel playlist underneath my channel name to look for tutorials if you want to learn how to do all of this stuff that I'm doing in here. The tutorials are right there. You can learn it real fast. Peace out, guys, and enjoy your Saturday again.